Charter 1956, which says that the resources of South Africa would be used for the people of South Africa. And, and they were determined, the Freedom Charter, not to break this. But in 2002, I saw an interview with Nelson Mandela conducted by John Pilger. And his answer was, why have you broken that charter? And he's very interesting. Nelson said, but I haven't cheated on that charter. You can now buy shares in these companies. Well, Cyril Ramaphosa, he used to be on the TV in this country every day, leading the ANC. Now he's one of the very wealthy guys who's getting Anglo shares, profits, he's rich. When he was asked, you shocked people who were unarmed. He had nothing to say. I just want to say to you, and another wraps up quickly. My fear is that you're not addressing the issue. The issue is the reason we love Nelson Mandela is because he made a deal with the white elites, the power structures, the De Beers, the Oppenheimers, to remain in power, and he wouldn't touch their wealth, he wouldn't share their wealth, and that's why we in England love him, because the press tells us to. He betrayed the people of South Africa. And I'm frightened that unless you actually address the fact that the laws of South Africa doesn't make the corporations share the wealth as the Freedom Charter of 56 demands, my fear is nothing will change.
I think you captured it very well. There's no any better explanation than the explanation you've given. The deviation from the Freedom Charter was the beginning of selling out the revolution. But why did Nelson Mandela sell out the Freedom Charter? When Nelson Mandela returned from prison, he got separated with Winnie Mandela and went to stay in a house of the rich white men. He was looked after by the Oppenheimers. Nelson Mandela used to attend the club meetings of those white men who owned the South African economy at the time. He stayed in their complex. He stayed with them. He stayed in one of their houses. They had access to him 24 hours. And they told him that what he represents.
Well, thank you very much. We just finished a meeting with the Prime Minister and her team, and myself with my team as well. It was a meeting where we had wide-ranging discussions on a number of issues, but we focused largely on the economy and how our partnership between South Africa and the United Kingdom can be deepened around economic matters, the economic growth that we are trying to drive. I briefed the Prime Minister about our investment drive to raise quite a bit of money for investment in South Africa, $100 billion over the next 5 years. And she was quite enthusiastic about that. And they, as the UK, would like to find a way, or two ways, or three ways in which they can also play a role in assisting South Africa on this investment drive. And in a way that will give us a great boost. And coming here, participating in the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting is an added boost for us. And earlier, I also had a meeting with Queen Elizabeth, and she was reminiscing about her relationship with Nelson Mandela, particularly on the year when we celebrate 100 years of his birth. So she remembered very fondly the discussions that she used to have with him. The Commonwealth is a collection of some 53 countries that represent more than 2 billion people around the world. So that in itself is a market. It's a huge market that needs to be exploited. We have relations with a number of Commonwealth countries, and the more we interact as a Commonwealth with various countries, the more we see the value of the Commonwealth.
Goes to London Mine and says, I'm black, I've got political connections, I will protect your company, give me shares. They give him shares on the basis of the color of his skin. The company gets into trouble with workers. The chairman of London Mine calls him from here in London. Cyril, you must now activate your contact. You said you'll protect our company. He's now under pressure. Yo, what do I do? Bring the soldiers, bring the soldiers. He must now kill people because he's got no skill to offer to the company except selling his color of the skin and his political connections. The black individuals who benefited from BEE are the politically connected and the most corrupt individuals who, amongst others, is Cyril Ramaphosa, who killed 34 mine workers. Now, we say to them, imagine these billions in the pocket of one individual. If those billions were shared amongst workers, you increase the buying power. And once you increase the buying power, then you have increased demand. There must be doubling of production. You can't double production with the same staff complement. You have to hire more. That will lead to job creation, will defeat unemployment. We need to put more money